All right. I think I'm recording. I've been having a hard time with this studio here. Anyway, I wanted to do a show and talk about Bitcoin because it's gone up to 72,000 or so and just give you some thoughts and input. So remember, none of this is investing advice. I'm your host, Shane, so let's get started. Let's dig right in it. So, why did Bitcoin go up? A lot of people are saying because of this truce. It is um, April the 8th, 2026, 8 p.m. Pacific time. And the one thing we want to remember again, this is not investing advice or anything, but this is what I'm thinking is we're hearing all this stuff. There's always so much back and forth, back and forth. There's a truce, there isn't a truce, there's an agreement, there isn't an agreement. So now, for some reason, it seems like more substantial, right? Some sort of a truce that's supposed to last for up to 2 weeks. But, the media definitely is pulling up certain information and trying to combine it to make it sound like maybe there's not really a truce. And then there is the facts that, well, that's what we've seen so far. So the New York Times here, right now, there are over 50,000 American troops in the Middle East. Okay. And as of March the 28th or so, there was about 2,300 to 2,500 Marines and other troops that were on their way. Okay. So it says that this number is only 10,000 more than usual. But yeah, I don't think so. I think there's probably a lot more there. Now, I looked at one report that said that the aircraft carriers are bringing some equipment, and it's the type of equipment that's used for ground attack from the sea, the type of equipment the Marines use. And I believe they said there was over 2,000 amphibious. There was several thousand other types of transportation, modes of transportation, and lots of other equipment that was going along with these Marines and has already been built up in the area. So I would think, and I'm not an expert on this, but I would think this marine amphibious equipment would transport quite a few Marines in each one. So the buildup of Marines, from some estimates, is even anticipated to be up to another 10 to 20,000 more Marines and troops in the area are in the process of being on their way. So, these are the numbers we've got right now: 50,000 with over 5,000 on their way, maybe 6,000, up to 10,000, and who knows what else. Lots of equipment, definitely, to take care of a lot of people here. Reuters also, this is March 20th, talking about thousands of additional troops to the Middle East. So this is definitely going on. As long as there is fighting in the area, nothing's settled. Whether it's America, whether it's Israel, whether it's Iran, whoever it is, nothing's settled. That's, I think that's the fact, because America's already in it. So, like it or not, we're stuck. Okay, how's that affect crypto? Well, this 2 week truce, plus maybe some of the ETFs that are coming out from Morgan Stanley, going to be putting in all kinds of money into ETFs, possibly Some of the Bitcoin whales, their wallets are showing a little bit of extra accumulation. Now, if you've been listening to this channel for a while, you know I watch the total market capitalization. Under 3,000, I don't see much going on for Bitcoin. Under 4,000, well, it's starting to do something, but it's not amazing. 5,000, and I don't mean thousand, trillion. We're at 2 trillion, 2.5 trillion right now. So it's been bouncing around 2.2, 2.3 trillion for months, okay? And you can just click on this. This is CoinGecko right here. Click on this, should open up. Here we go. We'll look at the 3-month. Hopefully it comes up. I got some interesting stuff to look at in the charts today, so bear with me. I think these are definitely worth looking at. So here we are. Very choppy. You know, nothing has really changed, just even. This is the market cap, okay? We haven't really been up since February. Beginning of February, really January. We haven't really been up to any measurable amount since February 1st, January, right in there, okay? Just keeps floating right here at this 2.5 trillion, right? A little bit under, a little bit over. So, yeah, I'm not feeling it when it comes to that. So what about the Bitcoin chart? This you might find interesting too. And I'm going to look at the moving day averages as well, because that tells a story in addition. And then I'll kind of tell you my final thesis on what's going to happen over the next weeks and month or two. All right. So here is the 1 month average. Horrible choppy. This goes to top 74 back on March 16th. And here we are all excited about 70 and 75,000. I mean 70 and 72,000. I mean, think about that, okay? Look at the 3-month chart with me. All right. Again, very, very flat. Floating right between, not even 75, we're not even hitting that, maybe for a second. But basically, this 73, 74, and down to this 63. So this $10,000 range here, 63 to 73. Since February again. Beginning of February, okay? So are we in a bull market? No. Is this a little bit of a bull trend, possibly, and a little baby bull pennant? Possibly. Possibly. We would have to go way up in this 80,000 or greater range for a while to get us out of this range, or at least with a low of 75 and stay 75 to 85 or something, to be out of this bearish market right here that we're in. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to say, oh, we're in a bull market. There might be a little tiny bull trend or a little, a little pickup, which is great. But being we're still in a bull market, it could go down. All right? It could go down. Now look at this. This is very interesting too. We're going to look at the longest chart that we can find on Bitcoin. Look at this. You've got these two big humps right here. And a hump here, little hump here, right? Same thing over here, 2 humps, another hump, right? Just down, 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 down. And then it goes straight. This is 2018 August, it goes straight, 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 all the way to November, and then it drops even more in December. Okay. Same thing happened over here. We had some bumps, kind of hard to see with that chart right there, but then we had another additional trough right here. It was quicker. Same thing here. Very straight right through here. And then a big trough. Okay. And then we started this upward market. A little bit of a retest. And then it shot through the moon. Okay. So we're getting the same thing. We're just going sideways. And I really think we're going to keep, I think we're going to have another down market. So price prediction. CoinCodex started charging for their long-term price predictions. They never were 100% right, but it gave you something to look at and kind of would show you you're in a bull market or a bear market. This one, again, is not really the greatest prediction, but they're actually showing a dip before it goes up. Okay. I think it's very possible that we see another dip. I feel like what's happening in the Middle East is just stalling for time, and something's going to happen, and then you're going to hear that America took action, blew up, more military sites, bridges, power station or two. They tried to maybe land and protect the Straits of Hormuz so that shipping can continue. Something like that. I feel like something like that is going to happen. I don't see Iran changing their mind or giving up. All right, here's a moving average. So we've got the orange line is the 50-day moving average, and then this lower line is a 200, okay? Here's the death cross right here that we hit November about 17th, okay? This is where you know you're in a down market, okay? Until it crosses back the other way, that's a really good confirmation that you're in a bull market. Now, if you can buy below both the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average, some people might argue that that's a good price. So right now, we are actually have been below it for this short time here between March the 26th to about April 6th. Okay, so a little bit of buying action. All right, here the price was above a little bit, so definitely some purchasing. Okay, so not investing advice, but that seems to be what's happening. Look how far apart these two are. That's a long way apart. I don't think when the market starts to change, like back here in 2014, they start to get closer. Okay? They start to get closer. Look how far apart they are. I don't think yeah, we're not going to be in a bull market until we go above both of these, which is going to be right here, over $88,000. Okay? It would have to be above whatever that 50-day and 200-day moving average is for it to be truly a bull market. Now you could be heading into one or whatever. So the bear pennant that we saw back on the Bitcoin market, now, the chart now, just the actual price action, That could indicate that we do go up again, and that's what we need to see. Will we hit something above 74? Will we break 75 and stay above 75? Will we break 80? Those are things, I don't know. I don't know. I think in the next 2 weeks we're going to see more war, and then it's going to go back. Bitcoin's going to go back down. That's my wild guess. So anyway, love to hear your comments and thoughts. I hope this actually was able to record, because I had a hard time with this thing. So thank you.